That's right.
And you have some notes there on the first school that was in Ballymac.
That's right. The first Ballymac School was here. According to the public record, it was established on the 4th of April 1951. It was made of stone, lime and thatch. It was a Catholic school. It had one room. It was 24 foot by 13 foot by 7 foot high. The roll number was 6,310. The teacher was William Reynolds. He was aged 21. There were 36 to 48 pupils. Scholars paid 1 penny per week. It operated 6 days weekly. School on Saturday. The day was 5 hours long. Reverend Thomas Timlin was the manager at the time.
Yeah. And this was the building here in the background, wasn't it?
That's right, yes, it was.
Yeah. You built that there at the background now, that you did up that shed, didn't you, where the school was?
That's right, in 1982.
1982. And I see you have the stones inside the National School.
That's right, when we were doing it up, we decided that we'd put the stones into the shed.
Yeah.
So, we meant to put them into the house first, but then we decided that we'd have them in the shed.
National School.
Yeah.
Now, where do you think the school was situated?
Well, it's been situated round here where we're standing.
Yeah.
North-south.
Yeah. Attached outlet.
Attached the end of it was turned into a horse stable and tent later on. But I said that the whole lot was thatched originally, school room and living quarters.
Yeah. Now, you heard of another teacher been here after Reynolds?
I heard of Kearney. I don't know what his first name was.
Yeah.
I'd say he lived in the school, and that he later went to Ranamath to live, and that Father George McHale would be, I'd say, a great grandson of his.
Yeah. You didn't hear your father talking about the Kearney man here, no?
No.
No. Then came James Gilvarrys, didn't he?
Yes, James Gilvarrys would be the last teacher here, and I'd say he left it and bought the place in Rathome around the time that the new school was opened in Ballymac.
And when would that be now?
Well, 1897 it says it was opened.
Yeah.
1895 it's on the stone over the door.
Yeah.
That was open for classes in 1897.
Yeah. So he taught here before then?
Oh, I taught here before that.
Yeah. And there were 2 generations of Gilvarrys teachers in Ballymac.
Yes, his son again, John Martin, was teaching after.
Yeah. This is James Gilvarrys, the man that taught here. First Gilvarrys man. And what would he be to you again, Marian?
Great granduncle.
Great granduncle.
No, you got something unusual there, Michael.
Yeah,
unusual rope.
I got this in an old thatched house, and so I was wondering what it was, and so I investigated anyways, and so I found out that it was made of bogdale.
Bogdale.
Yes.
Yeah.
What would they be used?
Well, it could be the house could be built around 1860. But, most of the thatched houses in Ballymac would be around that age, 1850, 1860.
Yeah. You had an idea there, Jimmy, how they used to make these ropes.
Well, they'd get a special type of bogdale. Not every beam of bogdale could make a rope.
Yeah.
But they had to get one that was without too much knots, and that was the hammers or use some mallet on it, and they get out strings of it.
Strips, long strips. Yeah.
And like whatever, if you were careful, whatever length the beam of bogdale was, you get the strip. And some of it, as you can see, are quite thick.
Yeah.
Now they seemingly twisted it with the ordinary, something like the hair rope twister that we knew in our younger days, and they plastered it then.
Yeah.
And but I never seen one of them as thick as this sew on a roof. They were generally only about less than 2 strands of that.
Yeah. And they'd be used for carrying loads.
Oh, they were used as well. They used to call them a burden rope. Now,
There's an eye on this.
yeah, to my way, if I seen that and I didn't know where it came from, I'd say that it was a burden rope.
Yeah.
Because they had the eye in it and they just put it down on sheaves, oats, hay, rushes or anything else. They just put it on their back.
Carried on their back.
They also, in places, I never had of it around here, but in back the mountain I had of them bringing in hay with horses. They'd put ropes down, sometimes made out of rushes and that type of stuff, and they'd use them with the horse like you'd use the creels on the ass.
Yeah. So it would be made out of bog oak.
Bogdeal.
Bogdeal.
The oak is a black one. You could.
Yeah.
This is the pine.
And you got it in a house in this village, was it?
On the farm here.
On the farm here. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, pardon?
About 100 and what? 100, over 100 years old, you think?
To be over.
I'd say that over 120 years. Yeah. Definitely, I know the house that it definitely over the 100 years anyway.
Yeah. You remember hearing about the houses that were here in the last century?
Well, I never heard of only the 4 families and the schoolhouse.
Yeah.
Now in Griffith's valuation list, the schoolhouse isn't mentioned.
No.
You had James Gilvarrys, which I'd say now would be Gilvarry.
Yeah. Here.
Michael Gilvarrys, that's be likely here in this house, in this farm here. Yeah. And you had Ned Blues in the next, and you had John Hare's down where Loftus live now.
Yeah.
So that's
Loftus, Hare's, Gilvarry, and who the other
it was Hare's, Blues and 2 Gilvarrys. Now later down it was Loftus came to live in Hare's. He got it from his aunt, and one of the Blutes married O'Hora, and a daughter of O'Hora's married Gallagher.
Yeah.
And then the 2 Gilvarrys kept on for another generation here, and one of the Gilvarry family, the name will have changed again to Wedge.
Wedge, there's this house here.
Yeah, so whatever the other Gilvarry will do.
Yeah. Now that house in the distance up there.
Yeah.
Nobody living there now.
There's no one there now.
You have the use of this land now,
We
Michael.
have the use of this land, but
Yeah.
it was belonging to Peter Gallagher,
Yeah.
and they're nearly all gone now. And so.
Do you remember anything about him, Jimmy? Was he a tradesman? Or?
Peter got his father married in here, possibly around something after 1920.
Yeah.
He was a stonemason. You know, he built the house himself. Built that house. The old house was the lower stable with the tin roof.
Yeah.
And he built houses in quite a wide area.
Did he?
He built in Castlebar. He built congested district board houses by contracts around here.
Yeah.
And I'd say he worked a while for the congested district board.
What was his first name again?
He was John Gallagher.
John Gallagher. Yeah.
He came from Errow.
Yeah.
Side Abbey.
Yeah. Back there.
Back in Arrow.
Yeah. Now, Jimmy is like a green island in the middle of a marsh.
Yeah, well, I'd say it was originally an island in the lake in Loch Dara.
Yeah.
On the maps that we have today, the loch is only a small area, one corner. But earlier maps and that, or if you look at the land, especially if you're a bit away from it and over it, you see the bog all around this, possibly 100 acres in this island, something or near that.
It has its surroundings on the other side too, isn't
it's
it?
all around it.
Yeah. So where do you think the field of the Froth might be?
Well, I'd say that it possibly was someplace around this island, the land. To the west there's a drop, the hill drops steeply and very steeply in one spot. And I always had it called the shore, which was possibly handed down from the time that there was
water
water on that side.
Yeah.
And that possibly would weeds and that,
And the passage of time too.
and
Yeah.
breeze,
Yeah.
that the froth came in along, and that's just people call it the field of froth.
Yeah, yeah. And of course this place has filled up and got more solid over the last
Oh, it
100 years.
has.
Yeah.
It has, and like it was drained. That data was drained a couple of times.
Yeah.
It seemingly was drained before the famine, again sometime after it,
Yeah.
and it would be drained something like 50 years ago. Like I know men that worked on it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We were doing that before over in Ballymac. It used to be done every so often.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're saying Lord Arden, his agent did some drainage here too.
Well, on the west side of this island again, there was what we call a mine along a
That's right.
stream,
A marsh.
and sometime either during the famine or immediately after, to create employment. One of Lord Arden's agents. Now I heard that he lived in Raheen, in Raheen House. And I know that Lord Arden had a man there that was sort of a model farmer.
That's right.
And that whether it was him or not, and that they gave work to the people around.
To keep them alive during the famine.
And what they done, they made a road from this road here back for about a half mile back through the land, and they drained the marsh, dug up the sods and dried them, shook oats and scattered the ashes and grew them, and then they ended up with turnips. And later on they gave that out in plots to each farm that was Marian in it.
Yeah.
Now along with that, again, local tradition has it that they brought the stones to build a bridge from Mine Abbey. Now whether it's the mine quarry or the Mine Abbey itself, I don't know, but the bridge now is the stream filled up, and the bridge is there yet under the land.
Where is this now?
Back
again.
yeah. Back
Now you were saying there was an ancient road coming across from Ranavart over there, and going away down through this marsh down towards Raheen's.
Yes, well, on the maps it shows it coming to
the road
just to the bog, start of the bog. Again, the old road in the distance, it comes up a part of the bog. So it's very likely that the two joined, because old people have told me that people from Belderry came along that road.
Yeah.
And there was no other ways for this village to get out, only to have a road like that.
I'd say so,
yeah. Like here's
John Joe Gilvarry left his father's farm in the parish of Cooneal, near Killala in the County Mayo. He brought with him 27 cows and a burning ambition. In the 12 years since then, he's become one of the biggest, most successful